Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snap Take. This is your third day in a row of Jocasta videos. I'm really into this card. It is weird and opens up all sorts of new decks and all sorts of absolutely insane things. It looks like the Invisible Woman deck obviously and definitely wants this. Check yesterday's video. We've got an original deck with it that absolutely works. And now today we're on to the jank and the weirdness, although there is one more genuinely ridiculously mean thing to do with Jocasta. Immediately activate your other cards here without using up their activate abilities. And because I keep being asked this, I've seen this question like 5 or 6 different times. You can use the activate, drop Jocasta, then use it again. You can use Jocasta and then still use the other activate. It works either which way, which gives this all sorts of utility when you drop it down early and then drop stuff on top of it, triggering it immediately and are still able to use those cards again. Let's go to the weirdest deck I've featured in Snap Judgments in quite a long time. This is from our friend Splat, the great Splaticus. Yeah, that's negative end of turn. It should have been TOE. Stupid other languages messing up my brain. TOE, not EOT. My bad. All right, this is negative end of turn. It is utterly ridiculous. It wins way more than it looks like, and it is so very much fun. This is a list that you should strongly be considering messing around with if you want to, like, if you're infinite, right? If you want to do something really fun, if you want to watch numbers go burr and have huge combos. In one game, I got a 36 power Sunspot and Thena. I've been able to get like big old Thenas with O5 Ironmans in that lane, that kind of thing. This is absolutely silly. It's just a fantastic list that I urge you to play if you're infinite. The win rate in this is way better than you would think. It's much closer to 50% than something super huge. If you want to win a lot of games, that'll be the next deck. But if you're fine getting about 50% of wins and having an absolute blast doing it in the last week of the season, this is going to be the list for you. If you want the wildest decks in Marvel Snap, please check out twitch.tv/Splaticus. The great Splat, our good friend, makes some of the coolest stuff around. This deck actually needs every high series card in the list. I'm really sorry. It's a combo list, and every high series card is a part of the combo except Sage, and you're running negative Jane, so you need Sage, right? Like, they took Mystique out of that spot. It would be Mystique, but Mystique not being able to be hit by Jane means that it cannot be any longer. All right, let's go through what the actual combos are. Then we'll do our best for a turn by turn. The turn by turn is wild here. So the card by card will be more useful. So Sunspot and Thena are your big combo cards. When you get Sunspot and Thena, your goal is to go Invisible Woman into Jocasta into Prodigy. If you can do that, sorry, it's actually to go Jocasta into Invisible Woman into Prodigy. You want the Prodigy to copy Jocasta, you end up with like 10 triggers at that point. That's how 4 energy turned into a 36 power Sunspot and a 36 power Athena. It is completely stupid, completely insane. You have magic to make that combo work. You even get a little bit of extra help doing it with Negative and Jane. Sometimes you Negative and Jane and you get the Sunspot and Athena for free. Sunspot for free is extra good here because well, you keep the extra energy, right? It starts at 1 power, so that's 1 extra energy there, and then it keeps the extra power, so that's utterly absurd. Sometimes you've played Thena already, you've played Sunspot already, and so you have Sage for those extra times. Sage is your other cheap big power spike here. Sage is also gettable when you go negative Jane. The other real combo here is just fairly standard negative stuff. Sometimes you get an O5 Iron Man, and sometimes you get an O3 Sage, and that's enough to win games of Marvel Snap, right? Especially if you can Zola that Iron Man. Zola was, by the way, the least impressive card here to me. However, if you get an O6 Zola and play that with Sunspot, when you have played no other energy, you can have triggered Thena, and then you can do all of your other stupid combos. Do not Zola Invisible Woman or Jocasta or anything else on the last turn of the game. You cannot then activate it unless you you can't activate the new ones. Activating the old one will not do. That one is destroyed. So, however, if you have 7 turns, you go negative, you draw the Zola, right? You can then Arnim Zola, the Invisible Woman. You can still copy it and do the completely stupid shenanigans that way. People should run from this deck, but because it's so weird, they're not running enough. Although you are going to get some free victories off like Ravona Negative Snap. Ravona, by the way, is absolutely incredible here. It makes your Athena cost what the heck? Sorry, it makes your Athena cost 1. My wife just wandered into the room strangely. Sage cost 2. Iron Man cost 4, and obviously Mr. Negative cost 3. All of those things are very, very useful. And sorry, Zola cost 5. So you can do things like play the Invisible Woman, Zola it on turn 5, right? Like that's perfectly fine. And then you can spend Thena, Sunspot turns, or Thena and Sunspot are already out. You get the idea. There's a million combos along these lines that all put up absolutely stellar combo-esque power lanes. So turn 1 Sunspot, turn 2 Ravona, turn 3 negative if you can over Iron Roman, Jocasta, and Magic. If you get the Iron Roman, Jocasta Prodigy combo going, you should probably snap. If you get there's times you can also go Invisible Woman, Zola, and have Jocasta in one of the side lanes. You can snap that too. Negative over Jocasta, Invisible Woman first steps, or Sunspot and Prodigy. Sometimes you're just going to drop your Iron Man. Then we've got Jane. If we've got the negative, we play Jane. If not, we're going Jocasta, Invisible Woman, Prodigy, or a combo card. Iron Man is also obviously a totally fine card. It's very powerful. Keep in mind that all this can be pushed up one turn if you played Magic. Turn 6, Iron Man, Sage Prodigy shenanigans, or just Thena Sunspot and a billion triggers. Millions and billions of triggers is a lot of power, and this deck is going to take 10 minutes to finish its animations, but you will be smiling the whole time watching numbers go burr. Props to Splat. This deck is utterly stupid, but it wins a lot of really, really fun games of Marvel Snap. I hope you try it out. Before we get to our next deck, will you hit that sub button? Why won't you hit that sub button? Please hit that sub button. Yeah, hit sub, like, comment. You get a video every day. This is video 1 of 2 of today. Later on, Voltage returns. Next up, we're giving away 2 Viv Visions this week. All you gotta do is sub, like, and comment. 2 videos this week will get a Viv Vision. Stuart the Gold of last week, Swin, decided to pay it forward, and now we're going to give away 2 Viv Visions. We're actually gonna have to announce those on Friday's video, which means I need chat to remind me, because I'll be away this weekend on the company trip, having some fun with some friends. Videos will still come out. We don't miss days here. But if you want Viv Vision, sub, like, and comment. I'll tell you what comments to leave later in this video. It's a weird one. All right, minimum effort is a YouTuber and viewer and hit top 300 with this deck. I played this deck on stream. This deck is disgusting. This has an amazing matchup into a lot of the meta. It's really, really, really good into combo. There's a lot of Arishem floating around. There's a lot of decks that want to draw cards, right? Like they want to draw specific cards. They're not just trying to play good stuff cards. And this deck absolutely destroys that. It says, no, you don't. So let's go through it. So first, please do me a favor and join me in subscribing to Minimum Effort Snap on YouTube. Make sure you go check him out. I am now subscribed. You should be too. We gotta help monetize our new friend. Make sure you do it. This deck needs Cass, Terrax, Darkhawk, and Alioth. Those 4 are needed. I'm curious if Alioth can be like Galactus for steps or something weird, but Alioth kept winning me games. Again, combo heavy meta, right? So Alioth is really, really good. Jocasta can just be Mystique. That should be Mystique. I don't know how to spell, but it could just be Mystique. Thanks for telling me, chat. I may be recording this live on Twitch and YouTube. Shrug. Grandmaster can be Surge or Shadow King. I am partial to Shadow King here. I feel like I would like Shadow King sometimes, mostly because Move is the most annoying deck in the world. It is too strong and too good, which also means I guess Grandmaster could be Mercury. Cosmic Ghost Rider can be Enchantress or Danger. I'm curious to try Danger. Omega Sentinel can definitely be Danger because one of my viewers immediately, hi Flan, one of my viewers immediately replaced Omega Sentinel with Danger and kept winning games anyway. Cosmic Ghost Rider is absolutely incredible right now. There's a lot of end of turn stuff. There are people putting things like Thena Invisible Woman first steps alone in the front of the lane, and Cosmic Ghost Rider saying nope to that nonsense is going to win you games and give you easy snaps. All right, so Korg or Spider-Ham into Domino is often enough going to be winning 2 lanes. If you're winning 2 lanes, then Terrax can usually win the 3rd and put 3 rocks in the deck. That's pretty simple. The opponent has 4 rocks in the deck. If you'd like to now, you can Grandmaster that Terrax and go completely crazy with like 7 rocks in their deck. Your Darkhawk and Cassandra Nova are now lane winners. That is one option. There's also just Spider-Ham. You know exactly what you're playing against. You can double Spider-Ham and say, ooh, I took out a couple of their powerful cards. I now made their Death unplayable and their Null unplayable, that kind of thing. Really, really powerful. Again, a lot of combos mean Spider-Ham's really good. Domino is a nice tempo play to get the 4 drop out. Grandmaster, in addition to being able to hit Terrax, is very good. Cosmic Ghost Rider is fine, right? But really, really good with Cassandra Nova. Remember how many cards you can have in your opponent's deck. Being able to double Cassandra Nova is utterly stupid. But all of that is just really strong, and you could do that last week. What's completely stupid is if you go Jocasta on turn 3, then you play Black Widow on turn 4, immediately trigger Jocasta, then you trigger Black Widow on turn 4, they don't draw cards again. They don't draw cards on turn 4, they don't draw cards on turn 5. Yuck. And because Black Widow is cheap, you can also play that with the Spider-Ham or Korg, which means if you play Black Widow and Spider-Ham after Jocasta, you can trigger them both immediately and then trigger them both again. Once more, I say to thee, yuck. You can also, of course, be completely disgusting in other ways and go Jocasta Omega Sentinel, just saying a negative 14 to the most powerful thing the opponent has. That's fine too. You can go into you can just drop a Darkhawk because they stop drawing cards, or because you put like 6 or 7 rocks in their deck with Korg and Terrax. That works. You can blow up their combos with Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then if they somehow early drew exactly what they need, you can Alive to blow up their combo. Yuck. So top 300 deck, turn 1 Korgorham, turn 2 Domino, turn 3 Terrax or Jocasta. You can also Widow or Cass. Turn 4 Omega Sentinel or Widow on Jocasta, or you can play Cass and a 1 if you play Terrax. Turn 5 Darkhawk or Cosmic Ghost Rider or Omega +1. Once in a while, it'll be like a Jocasta and a Grandmaster. That kind of play is fine. Turn 6 Eliath or Darkhawk. If you didn't play Darkhawk on 5, Eliath or Darkhawk on 6. Or Cosmic Ghost Rider to suddenly make that invisible woman not happen type thing. Yuck. Just yuck, yuck, yuck. This deck is incredible. It is so frustrating to play against. It is so incredibly strong. What is RS? I don't know what RS is. It is so incredibly strong. It is so incredibly frustrating. It is one of the stronger decks I've played in quite a while. This is one of the more disgusting things that Jocasta can do. It can make your Invisible Woman stupid, right? It can make some stupid combos happen in completely crazy ways. It can make an activate deck sing, but it can also not let your opponent draw any freaking cards and turn the cards in their hand into utter dead stuff. So yeah, play this list. Come check me out on Twitch. As this video goes live, I should be live at twitch.tv/PulseGlazer. If not now, within the next hour or so. So come hang out. I may also be live on YouTube. I will try to also be live on YouTube. It'd be nice if I was. Sometimes the YouTube part works, sometimes it doesn't. There's funky weather around the Vietnam parts for now. But either way, I'll be on Twitch at the very least. So come be there. All right, our season pass question. I love Jocasta. You love me. Therefore, you love Jocasta. Is that true, valid, invalid, or false? Which 2 of the 4 is it? True, valid, invalid, false. And why? Yeah, you got to earn the season pass for this video. Also, don't forget to come back later for a high voltage video. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/snapjudgments, if you are interested in being a member. Also, by the way, if you know why this 3-3 Mobius has Agent Coulson under it, you should absolutely be a member of the Patreon. You've been here for too long, friend. But check out patreon.com/snapjudgments. Thank you to JonesySnap22, our patron of the month. He's back doing the triple threat. Make sure you don't miss it. It's so much fun. Abigail Keeson, the OG AG. Mandatory Burnout, my great friend. It Regardless is a Word. Always Kind, LAB Inc., the Graphite Fan. I am Frostman, who sure is Frostman. Check him out on the Twitch side. Hota Neverete. Primed Ryan of the Prime Mind app. Prime Mind app killing it lately. Ryan Burke. Berkey, where I grew up. Ryan Woodsnap, Woody, check him out on YouTube, please. Ren Wrench, Gopher Kev, watching me do this live, I believe. Hi, Kev. Keltor, hey, Keltor. Caretix Lee, the king of questions, who I haven't heard from a bit. Hopefully you're doing well, Caretix. Koi Ray, coming all the way from Japan. Kazushi, coming all the way from the winner's bracket of every freaking game. Kazushi's a monster. Archangel 3K ends the 6K of K-Town. Alliance Leader Time, Black Dahlia, Pyro, Goatsy, and Code, who's building Legos. Hi, Code. Hallowed Synth, Fat Nick. Absolute Shannon. Hey, Shan. Dirt Hey, Casual. Dark Moogle, who I beat finally earlier. He didn't get the combo, thank goodness. Cables. If you don't know what the combo is, we featured it last week. Make sure you watch all the videos, y'all. Cables, Travel in the World. Ginger Prime. Philly. Haplo, Kenny Loggins of the Danger Zone. This is taking too long. I'm going to start going faster. The Bizza, Black Jeebus 23, Extra C, and Skippy Z are rhyming friends. Jessica Gamble, Sup Jess, Slush Death, who won SnapJudgeGlazer like Season 1. The King of Bros, Bruh, The Great Kazoo, Werewolf, oh, who's watching me do this live. KFC Hoda, Clam, Colonel Forbin, Rob Silverman, David Moo Wingfield, Steven, Brian Coffin, Tristan, Martin, Jason, Matt, Ray Sean Smith, Chucky Charles Washington, hopefully you're doing well. Corbin, John Q, and Jimmy Q are Q Town. You stout one big man, Cactus Jack. He's dangerous. Reapser, Steve O 1 through on Yorko, Tepro, Creeper Joe, Sergeant Joe, Pickety, Boom, Bop, Bricks to Click, Green Goblin, Flan 56, the Flanman, Spectrumix, Hoot, OnlyFox, Matt H, DJ, my Yajix, no frickin' flex, Nick, the Sleepy Geek, Toxic Soul King, who is probably also asleep by now, Zodrex74, the King of Canada, JJ, Denman, Falcon, Thor, Newman, Two Ties, the Great Lord Evs of the Snap on This podcast, the Perry King Tucker of the Marvel Yacht podcast, and Gunny T of the He's Not On a podcast, but he's awesome, and so are you. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget, dear, kind, wonderful friends, second video later, be live on Twitch. Peace.